Now, first of all, victim mentality. I love my career because my career got me to where it was. So again, you're like, what? Back up, man. So there's no victim mentality there because I've been a fighter that's been on an uncard. I've been a fighter that's fought and the fight's fallen through. I've not been paid. I've been a fighter that's not been on the big bucks. So everybody thinks fighters are. It's only 5% of fighters that are on mad money. 95% of fighters are not on mad money. When Junior did his gesture, and it fell on deaf ears, and neither Conor or Eddie, and I'm not just picking those two, I'm talking your Franks, I'm talking everybody. No promoter has ever given that gesture, done that gesture to say, you know what, the fight's fallen through, you know, we'll make some money on the next fight. There's a gesture. I'm not expecting a promoter to dig in his pocket if he hasn't got if the show's fallen through, because everybody loses money. But in this situation here, Chris said, you know what, the fight's on again. I'm going to give you some of my purse because I'm getting paid a lot of money. Bam, 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 bam. And I'm saying to you guys, ask the promoters, put them under pressure, mark their card, because if it happens again and the fight falls through, promoters are going to be thinking, shit, pressure's on here. Why did Chris make it public? Chris made it public to embarrass Eddie, to embarrass Conor.
To prove that he'd done it.
To prove that I've done it. So yeah, you know, sometimes you do things behind closed doors because you don't want the tap on the back. He still did it, and he still called Eddie. And he called out Conor. But just remember, Eddie and Conor are not the only two people that are in this situation. Everybody's in the firing line. Your Franks, your other promoters, they're all in the firing line. You know, because in reality, your fighters are your commodity. So your fighters are the ones that are putting their life on the line. Your fighters are the ones that are struggling to get in the ring. They've got to sell tickets to cover their own purse. So when they lose out on dough, if you're in a position to say, let me help you out, let me give you a little something. Chris found himself in a position where he can say, oh, let me give you a little something. He's not a promoter. You know, he don't benefit off that. They're Eddie's fighters. You know, so basically, he made it public to say, well, why don't you do it? You know, Chris said, I've been treated like a villain. I'm actually a nice guy. The only villainous thing he's done is smashed an egg in Conor's head. Now, I ain't cool, but what I'm saying to you is he's done something that, to me, is commendable. And I'm saying to you guys, you ask the promoters, why aren't they doing that? Still, you spoke to Eddie. Some people have spoke to Ben Shalom. None of you got an answer. Well, listen to me. I used to be promoted by Matchroom, and Matchroom do a lot of things for the community. So I ain't writing that off. They do a lot of things. I'm talking about this situation when fights have fallen through and fighters lose out on money. That's what I'm talking about, because I know Matchroom do a lot of charitable things, and they don't talk about it. I'm talking about this situation here.